They forgot me until my absence ruined their perfect little lie. 7 months ago, I walked away from everything I knew, my family, my past, my name on their lips. I disappeared, and no one came looking. Not until the truth set fire to their carefully staged lives. My name is Stephen. 7 months ago, I disappeared from my family's world. No goodbye, no forwarding address, no final call. That night, I ripped my mother's letter into shreds. Each word, each sentence torn by a hand that had trembled too long. I stood on the edge of a cliff near my new place and let the wind scatter the pieces into the ocean below. Let the tide devour her curated apology, if it even was one. It felt more like a demand disguised as kindness. That was the last time I looked back. The day I left Maryland. Rain tapped against the windows of my apartment like it was trying to talk me out of leaving. The place smelled of dust, cardboard, and endings. Claire and Nate were helping me pack. They always show up when it counts. Claire was labeling boxes, books, cameras, jackets, guilt. Nate was dragging crates out to the truck. Claire zipped my duffel and looked at me. "You're really not going to call them?" she asked. I didn't respond. Just kept sealing boxes with tape that refused to stick straight. My parents hadn't asked about me in years, so why now? Knight grunted as he lifted a box into the bed of my truck. "Brutal," he said. But he didn't press it. By sundown, the apartment was a ghost nothing, left but echoing corners and a dent in the floor where the couch used to be. I stood in the doorway for a moment, waiting for regret to show up like a late train. It didn't. Slammed the tailgate shut. The cold metal bit into my fingers, and we drove west. 2,500 miles. Maryland to Oregon, cities blurred into highways. Highways melted into fields, then mountains, then the sea. Somewhere along the way I exhaled. For real, when I got to the coast of Oregon, I found a small weathered loft tucked between pine and ocean. The skylight leaks when it rains. The floorboards groan when I walk at night. But it's mine. I hung up my black and white photographs, built a shelf for my books, cooked my own meals, spicy. Warm, slow meals that tasted like me, not obligation. Claire and Nate visit sometimes. We talk crap and eat pizza. They remind me who I am when I forget. And every Tuesday, my Aunt Margaret calls. Her voice sounds like a warm fireplace in a cold cabin. She asks about my hikes, my work, my life. She's the only one who's ever really seen me. Everyone else? Silent. Till 10 days ago, my phone buzzed. Margaret Lane. My mother. I stared at the screen. My chest tightened like someone was winding a rope inside me. 7 rings. Then I answered. "Stephen," she said, her voice wrapped in glass. Smooth. Sharp. "You need to come back this weekend." Not hi, not how are you, not we've missed you, just an order. I already knew what this was about. My brother Owen was getting married. Hannah, his perfect fiancée from a perfect family, wanted a perfect wedding. And I was the missing prop. The ghost brother who'd been conveniently left out until now. The final puzzle piece they needed to complete the facade. I said, "I'm busy." And I hung up. They didn't stop. Voicemails. Texts. A steady stream of guilt disguised as concern. For my father's son. It's just one night for Owen. For us. Us, a word they only use when they need something from me. When I was 11, I won a photography contest. My picture was printed in the local paper. I taped it to the fridge, hoping my dad would notice. He never mentioned it. But the night Owen scored a single goal in soccer, we had steak. When I was 15, I got accepted into a prestigious summer film program. I told my mom over breakfast, my voice shaking with excitement. She didn't look up. "Don't make a big deal, Stephen. Owen's got finals." That was the year I stopped trying. I put myself through college with scholarships and side gigs, got a degree in computer science, started a career in digital forensics, piecing together broken data, finding what others miss. Now, I've got a steady job, savings with zeros, a view of the ocean, and peace. But peace is never enough for people who only remember you when they need to. I didn't go to the wedding instead. I hiked a coastal trail. The cliffs were windswept, the ocean raging below. I sat on a rock, breathing in salt and truth. My phone stayed off. I let the world be quiet. When I got back, I turned on my phone. Messages were waiting, not from my parents, from Margaret. She told me the wedding had fallen apart. Hannah noticed I wasn't there immediately, asked why. Asked why my name had only come up days before. My parents panicked, made up lies. He's abroad, no business trip, no sick. But Hannah's father wasn't just some polite, suburban dad. He was a retired detective. He'd already been digging. He'd found my school records, my job in Seattle, my address here in Oregon, and at the wedding during the toasts, he stood up in front of 200 guests and called them out. He told the truth, said they'd erased me, sidelined me, let me build a life alone while they played happy family, said he wouldn't let his daughter marry into a family that buries its sons. Hannah walked out of the reception. Owen followed her. The wedding, on the verge of collapse, and me, I was here, breathing. This morning I signed the deed on a cabin. It's not fancy, just quiet, just mine. A wraparound porch, patch of dirt for wildflowers. My name is on every line, no one else's. Margaret texted me after I told her, proud of you, kid. Grow something fierce.
Next week, Claire and Nate are coming.
We're planting a garden. Flowers, tomatoes, maybe some lavender. I've stopped opening old messages. Stopped waiting for apologies that will never come. Last night, I stood on the cliff again. Sky bruised with purple dusk. The sea below roared, like it knew my name. And for the first time, I wasn't looking over my shoulder. I'm not hiding anymore, not running. I'm building this life. It's home. These roots, they're mine. I'm done waiting for someone to see me, because I see me, and that's enough. I built a life where no one edits me out, where my voice isn't turned down, tuned out, or ignored. If you've ever felt erased, ever been the invisible one in someone else's family photo, ... This is your sign to stop waiting for them to notice. You are not a prop in someone else's performance. You are the author now. Walk away. If that's what your peace demands. Plant roots that are yours. Build even when no one claps, especially when no one claps. Drop a comment if you've ever had to choose yourself. Share the story with someone who's still stuck waiting to be seen. Hit subscribe for more stories like this. Stories that bleed, break, and rebuild, because you're not lost. You're just finally free to start. Thanks for watching.